Hi, I want to show you my arcade stick setup for Pinball FX. Normally these kind of arcade sticks are being used for fighting games, but you can also use them for pinball games. In this case Pinball FX. I will show you my setup and how you get your setup as quickly as possible. A is still A in this case and B is still B, so that your menu is not being messed with. A is also the start button and also the plunger.
The Ghost Rider.
These buttons here are your flipper arms. And B would be to change the style on your Williams tables. RT is nudge forward.
We have a cheater.
These buttons here, nudge right, nudge on the left side. They are pretty handy if your ball comes down in the middle, and you can just hit them as fast as possible together with your flipper arms.
We have a cheater.
And the last button is here, down there. You don't have to set this up, but I have here the camera button. At the beginning I would hit this button instead of the nudge forward button, but I'm used now to the setup and it's no longer an issue. It might be an issue for you at the beginning, but trust me, you're getting used to that. These buttons are so amazing. In this case I have built in some Samitsu button in this arcade stick. You don't have to do that, you can just use the buttons on your arcade stick which are there. It's still, I think, much better than a normal controller. But yeah, I'm really, if I want to play pinball really long, I would just use this arcade stick. I would normally have this arcade stick on my lap sitting, and this is a much better feeling than on the table, I think, but that's your preference, I don't care. This stick here is still working, but you don't want to nudge with that since that's pretty slow. Go from here, go there. It's much faster to use these buttons, these nudge buttons here. So I will now show you how to get this setup in Steam pretty quickly. You can change this in your Pinball FX configuration, of course, but that doesn't always work, and it doesn't work in Pinball M. But I have set up something for Steam. You just click here on your control settings, click on the current button layout and search for Pinball Arcade Stick or just Arcade Stick. This is my username here. This is my setup. You can apply it. It's available for everyone. You can change it and upload it again. I have already seen some users doing that. Select that and all your buttons are set up like they should. And if you want to go back to your normal controller, just select the normal gamepad again. I'm doing this as well, because sometimes I want to play with a normal controller if I don't want to play with the arcade stick, and then I'm ready to go and I don't have to set that up in Pinball FX again. If I want to play the gamepad, I need to select the default in Pinball FX, and if I would play with the arcade stick I would have to do every single button again. And with the Steam layout there's no need for that. So that's pretty handy to do. As I said, it's available for Pinball M as well. Just download it and have fun with it. If you haven't played with an arcade stick or have not an arcade stick currently, of course you don't need one to play pinball, as we all know. But I have already broken, I think, 3 Xbox controllers because I was really hammering them. I don't know why I do that to my controller, but it was a pretty intense session, I think, or some sessions. So if your button would break here, I haven't broken a button on my arcade stick. But if you could just switch out the button and be done with it, and you don't need a whole controller. So it's, I think in the long run, at least for me, since I'm breaking controller, it's cheaper to have an arcade stick. But I have bought some other controllers just for the fun of it, and I can show them to you as well if you are interested. But yeah. Have fun with your arcade stick, with my profile, change it to your liking, and I'm interested if you find that useful or not. Have fun with it. Bye bye.